Hello, my name is Mike, and I'm going to talk to you today about the need for you to get out and get moving. We see them on TV all the time. We pass by them on our way to work, when we're going to Walmart. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the people who are out jogging, the people who are out bike riding, the people who are out there being physically active. I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been a couch potato, and finally, at the age of 50 years old, I realized that I needed to get up and get moving. I'm going to talk to you today about what happens to our bodies when we are not physically active. I'm going to cover some of the benefits of being physically active. What do we gain from it being out there moving like we should? I'm also going to talk about how we can make this a family affair. Well, to start with, what happens when we're not physically active? Well, the first thing that comes to everybody's mind is, I'm going to put on weight. And that's true. If you compare yourself now to the way you look in your high school picture, you know that you put on more than just a couple of pounds. According to the Center of Disease Control, in this year, 2012, 30% of all Americans are obese. 30%. And according to Wang and Boudin in the Oxford Journal, by the year 2015, 75% of Americans are going to be overweight, and 41% of us will be obese. Is that a category you want to be in? I don't. Part of this we can attribute to the food that we eat. When you go through the fast food restaurant, you supersize your food. When you go through the buffet line, you get 2 or 3 servings just to get your money's worth. How many fruits and vegetables are you eating on a daily basis? Are you eating a lot of processed foods? Our foods make a huge difference on whether we are obese or a normal weight. According to J.M. in his blog that he writes called Inspiration for Weight Loss, being physically inactive, being obese, has a lot of detrimental effects on our body. It ruins our cardiovascular system. Our heart has to work so much harder. Our lungs have to work so much harder. Overweight people are very often out of breath. Our risk for cancer is elevated. Our risk for type 2 diabetes increases as well. The effect that it has on our bones and joints is very, very bad from trying to carry all that extra weight around. Well, what are some of the benefits of being physically active? Well, the very first thing I would encourage you to do is to go in and have a physical with your doctor. Find out what you are capable and not capable of doing right now, and then gradually increase your level of activity from there. Being physically active is going to take off those extra pounds that you've been wanting to get rid of. You'll be able to drop a few sizes in your clothing size to be able to wear those jeans that you've been wanting to wear for quite some time. It's going to improve your cardiovascular system. Your heart will not have to work as hard. It will be able to rest more often when you're physically active, when you're not carrying around that weight. Being physically active is going to lower your cholesterol. It will raise your good cholesterol, and it will lower your bad cholesterol. According to Melby at AboutSports.com, being physically active is going to increase your metabolism. When we build up our lean muscles, even when we're sleeping at night, those muscles are burning more calories than we would burn if we were overweight. So your metabolism level will go up. And according to Gusardia in the Natural Society, being physically active is going to increase your lifespan. If we get out there just a few minutes every day being physically active, we can increase our lifespan up to 3 years. 3 years. That's a big difference. Being physically active can be a family affair. It can be your immediate family. It can be your extended family. I've done it with my wife, with my grandkids, with my children, with aunts, uncles, nephews. I've done physical activities with a lot of things. My wife and I try and go on about a 3.5-mile walk 2 to 3 times a week. During the summer right now, we are getting on our bikes and we are going biking 10 to 20 miles at a time. If you look on the PowerPoint slide there, you'll see a picture of people whitewater rafting. That's me in the back corner there with part of my extended family going down the Arkansas River in Colorado. Great physical activity. You'll see another slide of me looking completely exhausted. I have just climbed the top of Pikes Peak. There was about an 8,000-foot climb in elevation, a 13-mile hike, and I was completely shocked. It was all I could do to do anything. But my son, who I was with, kept encouraging me, saying, "Dad, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep moving. Don't stop moving." And that's the important thing about being physically active. Keep moving. And that last slide is a picture of my grandson and I taken while we were on a canoe trip in Canada a year ago. We had a blast up there. We were physically active, we were outside, we were catching fish, and we were getting exercise. In conclusion, I want to challenge you to be physically active because you will not be feeling bad like you used to feel, like you might be feeling right now. Your health will improve. You won't be having those nagging colds, being worn out all of the time anymore. You will also be the person that everyone else is jealous of. People will see you along the edge of the road and they will say, "I wish I was doing that." They will be jealous of your physical physique that you have that they don't have. And finally, being physically active, getting moving is going to bring your family together. When you're doing things with your spouse, when you're doing things with your kids, with your grandkids, whoever it might be, it's going to build a bond between you. So I challenge you, each and every one of you, get off that couch, lace up those tennis shoes, and get out there and get moving. Thank you.